Hi everybody, it's me, Hili Zavaro. Today I want to show you how to create an escape room with Genially, a wonderful website with using a few more tools like bitmoji and free pics. So let me show you a quick example, a quick taste. This is an example. Students get a link to this presentation. They click to listen.
Hi, and welcome to the escape room. You need to escape the room as quickly as possible. First thing you need to do is find the key. Once you find it, click it to go to the next assignment.
So right now, students need to move things around to find a key. So they can move the picture, the table, maybe the piano, and this cabinet, and then they find the key. They click on the key.
Great job, you've managed to find the key. Now, which of these doors is the right door? Is it number 1 or number 2? Be careful.
So now let's say they click number 1. Then it's good. They're being directed to the next room, this window,
Great
and they
job,
go back.
you've managed.
Now we can continue creating doors, objects, different items in the room, and we can even embed external sites. We can add pictures, videos. We can even add all sorts of riddles from other sites, worksheets inside, and code them and add different codes, quizlet sets. We can embed anything we want. For example, students can click on the picture and then get a quizlet set, start game, match some words, and then they finish and they need to click the image, and then they have some kind of a test to see if they know the answer. So they need to write consume, and only then, if they got it correctly, they will be directed to the next page. So basically they need to enter a code. So like I said, we can embed all sorts of things, even a word wall inside. So there are a few things we need to do in order to start. First, we want to go to free pick because they have wonderful images to use. We click free, vectors, and then we type what we want. I mean, a room, and we look for nice backgrounds to our room. It could be anything from here. All we need to do is click and then click download. It will be downloaded to our computer. It will look like this, and then we click extract all and we extract the files. Next thing we can do is we can create our own avatar, a bitmoji avatar. So we have to download it to our cell phone, to our smartphone. And when we download the bitmoji app, we can customize and personalize the avatar to make it look like us. When we are done, we have to go to the Chrome App Store. So on Google, we can write App Store, Chrome, and then Chanut Internet, we go in, and here, search, we write bitmoji. We may have a different one for Mac computers, so note. Now we go to the bitmoji and we click install. Here we will have an install button and we install. It will end up being here in the little puzzle icon, and the bitmoji is here. Then what we can do is we can basically just find some images for our escape room. So we click the little puzzle icon, the bitmoji, then we write the word pose, and we see different poses, different stickers. So we can, for example, choose this one and we drag it to our desktop, or another one like this one and we drag it. As you can see, I have many images here of bitmoji for different escape rooms that I've created. Next thing would be to open an account with Genially. This is the address, genial.ly. Then we click accept all cookies and start creating. And we create an account. We can do it with our Gmail. That way we don't have to remember the password. As we log into Genially with our name and password, we will be directed to the dashboard and then we will start a new Genially. Then we click Create Genially, Presentation, Basic Template, Use this template. Then we click Add. Inside we select the boxes and we simply delete them. So first thing we want to do is add the background. We click here background and your computer and we add the background from before that we've downloaded from free pick. So it could be this one, for example. And then we click open. It takes a few seconds to upload. And then what we want to do is we want to add the bitmoji. So we click image, your computer, and we choose the bitmoji that we like. Let's say this one. And we add it. Can make it a little larger. That's it. Then what we want to do is probably we want to add some objects. So in order to add objects, we go to image, cutouts, show more. And here we can add things that we want. For example, maybe a phone, a computer, anything we like. Let's say this one, for example. And we can also change here to Giphy, so we can have little images with animations. And the trick is to change this to transparent background. Once we change it to transparent background, then we can actually find different things to insert. For example, a table. We can write table and see what we get. All sorts of tables. Let's say this one, we drag and we position it in the way that we want. And we can also add key, for example. All right, so we add objects according to these and Giphy with no background. And we design it however we like. Now, what about this? What if we want the key to be hidden or to hide it behind the table? Well, we want to find something more solid, so I'm going to look for another table. Okay, so in order for this to be behind, what I need to do is I need to change the order of the pictures. This is put in order. So I select the key. I click put in order and I put it behind. You see the little blue square is under all the black squares. So we click and then the table, we also make sure that it says that it's in the front. That's the first one, the one with the blue square at the front on top. Okay, so that's how we change the order of things. Let's say we want to do something with the table and put the table behind the bitmoji image. We click and then we go to put in order and we put it behind. It goes behind. All right. And so next thing I want to show you is how to go to the next slide. So I'm going to go to pages and I'm going to duplicate my slide. This is the way to duplicate the slides. So I'm going to have now 3 slides that are the same currently. And now I'm going to move the table back to here. And I'm going to change the order. And I'm going to put this one here. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the settings button here and click drag elements. If we drag elements, they will be draggable. Students will be able to move them around. Click X. And now I want students to find the key, click the key, and once they click it, I want them to go to the next slide. So first of all, I want to make sure I'm on the right slide. I want to go to slide number 1. I'm going to put this at the front. And this one is going to be here. This is slide number 1. Now you see the little hand here? This is for the table. I want to find this little hand for the key. So I'm going to click. And now it's going to ask me, what do you want to do once students click this key? So I want them to go to page. I'm going to click go to page. And now I'm going to say go to the next page. This is the current page. I want them to go to the next one. So I'm going to select the next slide. And then click save. So that's how I plan this, the way that they're going to find the key, click the key, and be directed to the next slide. Okay. So as you can see, every image has a little hand here. And once you click on this, you are able to choose what happens once people click it. So here I showed you how to click the key and be directed to the next slide and hide the key and hide it between many objects. I'm going to go to slide number 2 and show you something else. Now we are here. I can select the key and delete. I don't need it anymore. And now I am going to ask students to choose a door. So I'm going to add something transparent to those doors. So I'm going to go to interactive elements, and I'm going to choose an invisible area from here. And as you can see, I have this purple square here. It's invisible, and I'm going to make it in the form of the door. And now I'm going to say, if you click this door, this is the correct door. You are going to be directed to the next page. And it's this one. This is the next page. So this is good. What about the wrong door? Well, I need to create something for the wrong door. So I'm going to go to pages, add another door. So I'm going to click add page. I'm going to add another slide. I'm going to choose a blank slide, nothing fancy. I'm just going to add something scary or just like prison or something to make it look like it's the wrong place. I'm going to change the order. This is going to be here. Now, I'm going to go to background and I'm going to select another background from my computer. Perhaps I'm going to choose this, something scary. I'm going to select, and now they are here. I'm going to add the bitmoji. Maybe I'm going to change it to a different bitmoji, maybe a scary bitmoji or something. Or I can just add text. So I'm going to click text, and I'm going to choose title, and I'm going to say, this is a haunted room. So this is my haunted room, and the message, students need to click on the Arc de Triomphe to go back. So I'm going to insert another interactive element, and I'm going to add an invisible area to the Arc de Triomphe, and I'm going to click the little hand, and now we're going to go back to a page, and I'm going to decide that students start from the beginning. So they go to the first page. Then I click save and I'm done. Now I decided that the next room will be related to Harry Potter. So I took some items, I found them on Google, I saved them on my computer, and I made sure to find some transparent items. So if you do a Google search and you search for Harry Potter, let's say wand, and then you want to go to pictures, and then in color, tools, color, you choose transparent, and you will get all sorts of pictures that are transparent without the white background. So this is basically how I structure this room. Now I'm going to tell students that they can go to the next assignment only if they figure out the person who lives in this room, or who lives in this room. So what I can do is I can open another page. I'm going to duplicate this one, go to here, and here in the next page, I'm going to click on the three dots here and I'm going to add a password. So I'm going to click add password for the page and I'm going to say Harry Potter and then ready. Now I've added a password for the page. I can customize the colors, I can make it red, and I can add a clue here. And so I can write the question, who lives in this room? And what I can do is I can actually add something to click on in order to go to the next room. So let's say I'm going to do another interactive element, another invisible area, and I'm going to put this in door number 2. Now I'm going to tell them that they can go by using the little hand to the next slide, go to page, and I want them to go to the next page. It seems like I don't have it. Oh, I know, because I'm not at the right place. Let me go back. This is the page. Now I'm going to add an invisible element to door number 2. I'm going to click the little hand, go to page, and now I will direct students to the next place here, and then save. Now, here is the thing. You see that here we decided to make everything draggable. Well, in case you don't want some things to be draggable, you want to make sure they are locked. So for example, my image, I select the image, then I click the little lock here and I lock it. So students will be able to move it. This one as well, lock. This one as well, lock. This one, lock. Now, so it will end up looking like this. Students click on the door and they ask who lives in this room, and students write Harry Potter, enter, and they are being directed to the new room and everything is okay. So how do you add Quizlet and word wall, things like that? So on word wall, whenever you go inside a set, you always have an embed code here. Those are the 2 triangles. You click and then you copy the HTML code, copy. Then you go to the room and you decide where you want to put it. So you have many different rooms. So let's say we're going to do it on the last page. Now I'm going to have students click on the scarf, and as they click on the scarf, they're able to get inside the Quizlet set or the word wall set. They click the little hand here, and then window. And in the window, remember we use the embed code. This is the embed code. So we click on the 2 triangles here and we paste the code. Then we click again on the 2 triangles and students will be able to see the game. Then we click save and this is what it looks like. I'm going to click on the little eye for the preview. I have to name it. They click and they see the word wall game and they can start playing. Now on Quizlet, let's say that this is the game. You click on the 3 dots here and embed those 2 triangles. You copy them. If you want the flashcards, you change here for the flashcards. The default is the match game. And then here you do the same thing. Let's say I'm going to have the wand. I'm going to click on the little hand, window, little triangles here, paste the code from the Quizlet, click again, see if it looks okay, and then save. Note that when you add a passcode, you won't be able to use it on a preview mode, so you better change and create the passwords towards the end of your work. And also, in order to see what it looks like, you will need to click present and then test your page. Another important thing, if you don't want your students to navigate freely with the navigator between slides, you want to change the navigator and actually make it disappear. You don't want a navigator. You don't want students to go between rooms freely. So you want to click on here, it says navigation. And here you want to change to microsite. So standard would be to have those little arrows, but if you want to make it disappear, just click microsite. Now here's another trick. If you tell them something like click on something and they get it right, perhaps on the next page you want to say great job. So what you can do is you can change the bitmoji and add a different bitmoji here. Let's say I'm going to choose a happy bitmoji because maybe they did a good job and I want them to get the positive feedback. So maybe I'm going to choose this one. There you go. I'm going to make it a little larger. Now another important thing, if you are creating an escape room for perhaps students who still can't read, you want to add recordings. You can also add text and you can add recordings. So to add a text, you click text and you choose the size and you write instructions here. Instructions. Click the and something like a riddle or study the Quizlet set, and when you are done click the image or find the key in the room and try to open the door, right? So anything you want here in the instructions. In case they can't read, you want to click on insert and then click to record an audio. Hello and welcome to the escape room. You need to escape as soon as you can. Find the key that's hiding somewhere in the room. Once you find it, click the key and you'll be directed to the next activity. So I clicked stop. Now I have the recording. And there are a few things I can do with the recording. First of all, I'm going to leave it here for the first page. I want them to see the player. But if I'm on the next page, perhaps I want it to start automatically, and perhaps I want to hide this player so people don't see it. So I'm going to click the preview. This is what the first page looks like. You want to move this a little bit from the Genially logo, perhaps to here. Let's try this again. Good.
Hello and welcome to the escape room. You need to escape as soon as you can. Find the key that's hiding somewhere in the room. Once you find it, click the key and you'll be directed to the next activity.
Now, since the objects are draggable, students can drag anything you put here and they find the key, they click on the key and they are directed to the next page. On the next page, I'm going to add another recording. So I'm going to click Insert, Record. Great job! You found the key. Now you need to choose door number 1. Okay, that's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. What I'm going to do here with the player, you see the player is here, I'm going to place it here, but I'm going to make it invisible. I'm going to click here, hide audio player. And also I'm going to click autoplay, so it's going to play automatically as soon as students click the key and they are directed to this page. Let's have a look. I'm going to go back to the first page and try this again. This is working.
Hello and welcome.
Now I'm going to find the key, click.
Great job! You found the key. Now you need to choose door number 1.
Okay, students click the door and they are directed to the next page. This was room number 2. Here they can drag the elements, some of them are locked. And you can add riddles, you can add a Quizlet set, for example, like the Quizlet set here on the wand and the one here. with the word wall, etc. So just play around with this and think about a plot. You always want to have a story behind your escape room to make it more kind of reliable. There's a story behind it. I know why I'm doing this. I have a purpose. I'm inside a story, and just create your own adventure. So once you are done basically planning your escape room, you need to share it with students. So you want to click present or share. Present, then you just copy this link from here. But you can also create a different link, share, insert, and then you can copy the link from here. The difference is that on this one, they can scroll down and see other things of Genially, but if you use the embed code here, starting from insert and then starting from HTTP and this one up until here, and you copy this one, then they are directed to a page that is only Genially, and I cannot scroll down. There's nothing under. That's it. So I hope you like all the tricks and the different things and you already have ideas. I hope you enjoy it, and see you next time. Bye bye.